and welcome here to the Chinese Grand Prix here at MRL, round 3 of Tier 3. I am your host, the Dutch Raven, and with me here I've got D-Masters, not currently here, but he's doing an interview right now because he finished P2 in his race. But he will be here shortly, so yeah, we're here for China here in round 3, a 5.4 kilometer track. An absolute beauty to race at, beautiful for overtaking, lots of elevation changes as well. And that, of course, that remarkable 1.1k straight, or 1 kilometer straight. Let's head on straight onto the action here in qualifying. As we've got BK out on a first flying lap. Let's make sure we've got everything ready. There we go. BK now coming here through sector 2. Keeps it nice and tidy there. Mod goes fastest with a 132.1. BK keeps it nice and controlled out of the double left-hander. AK goes even faster. It's almost a second faster with 31.2. And Fatweed slots in behind at just 3.5 tenths shy. We've got BK now on this long straight. And this is where a low downforce setup will really help you. And BK closing out his lap here. Careful not to go too wide there. Does it very nicely. Opens the DRS and comes across the line for 31.3. Just a tenth slower than AK, and into second place he goes. As the next one to cross the line is the Process, and he comes into P3. And then we've got Gary going into P12. Jacobson going into P5. And we've got Sharky just starting the lap. Game is too loud. Alright, well we can change that, luckily. If I remember where the audio settings are. There we go. Is this a little bit better?
Back.
There we go. Now we've got D back.
Right. Let's see. I still haven't gotten an invite to the game. Can you do that?
I can, yes.
Thank you, sir.
I also see I need to change Discord again because it's not showing you great. Can you turn on the camera?
There you go.
There we go. Okay, that should be all good now.
Yep. Hello, everybody.
Okay, I do not understand. Whenever I'm on Discord, it shows you, but whenever I'm not on Discord, it doesn't show you.
Don't minimize the app. Just click on the F1.
That's what I'm doing.
I don't know then.
I don't know either.
It's fine. If you want to just keep me as Sean's profile picture, it's cool with me.
Yeah, we'll do that. Where's my?
Oh.
There we go. Okay, you're in?
Yes, I am. I'm really surprised how tight this grid is from P1 to P4. Already 4 tenths. For P6, I mean.
Yeah, the grid is crazy close here. Yeah, Alex is on a flyer, right? KDM is on a flyer. just coming through sector 2 now. Keeps it nice and tidy through those double left-handers. A little bit squirrely going into that long right-hander before the straight. Very easy to lose the car there as well. As I almost found out in my race.
Yeah, I think I've lost it there a couple of times. Especially in quality. In quality, it's really tricky.
This lap from KDM is looking pretty decent so far. As he keeps it nicely within the white lines. It's not going to put him near the front, but it's going to put him into the top 10. And that's a nice little lap there. Echo Alex next to cross the line. Ooh. With a 31 flat.
I did not. I was literally watching him for that, and I did not expect him to be that fast. And that's
the first couple of runs complete.
Yeah. I think Border may be going for another run here, as he invalidated his first one. And he has more than enough ERS to start this next lap, and he is turning on his hot lap mode to start his lap, coming across the last corner now. See what he's going to be able to do.
Turns 1 and 2 looking pretty tidy so far.
First sector, 24-0. Pretty good. Beast behind him just at a 23-9 first sector. He's about a 10th up on Border.
Well, I'm sticking with Border for the rest of this lap. He's just gone through that double left-hander. Kept it really nicely. 51.8 as a sector time.
I'll tell you Beast here shortly. He's about to cross it. He is at a 51.2. I think Beast is going to be on shot for pole here.
As we jump on board with Beast coming onto the back straight. There's such a long wait before you get to that braking zone. And when you finally do, you just gotta get it pin perfect.
Oh my god, Border just invalidated his lap. No, he didn't. Wow, he did a 32.2.
Beast coming around the final corner, keeps it within track limits. Coming across the line for P4. Losing 3/10, 3.5 tenths, basically 4 tenths in that last sector. So maybe not having the lowest downforce setup. Hello,
Gary's coming across the line next. Oh, he climbed the corner. Nearly got invalidated. It's a 32.4. So keeps him 19th. I think Echo Alex is about to go start a new lap. Because he's out on 1 lap of fuel, 100% ERS.
Yeah, I'm currently on board with BK, who just started his next lap. Both the Ferraris running really close to each other. I wonder if that's on purpose. They're going to be encountering a little bit of traffic here on this run. BK, about a 10th down on his first sector.
I think Sako is getting some dirty air from this being such a close charge. Actually, Sako's out of battery.
Yeah, I see him flashing there. I'm not quite sure what the thought is behind and keep getting them so close to each other. Maybe it's just accidental.
Well, actually, Sako's up on his time. He's just about half a tenth of an improvement. But he lost time there with that slide coming out of that corner. As we have a strangled Punju. Or stranded Punju.
Well, BK is just coming to go
The
into the
pits.
pits. Okay.
Come into the pits. And Sakura actually comes in with him. Not surprising.
Yeah, I reckon Banjo pulls it into the pits here as well. Or is he gonna try and start a new lap? Nope, he's pulling it into the pits. Okay, who is on a lap? Dan is on a lap. Just started it. Wait, is that Ketchum finishing a lap? Yes, he is. 7/10 quicker. But pulls it into the... Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. So helpful. Dan is on an outlap. Sharky is on a slow lap. And Kiss My Ass is on an outlap. Yep.
Yeah, Mod is also on an outlap. Everybody's on outlap. I think AK is the first one to really to start a new lap of the guys that's gonna be at the front. Nope, nope. He just pulled. Oh, what is it with the people pulling into the pits as I am on them?
Same thing with Sharky. Sharky literally just did the same thing.
He was on an outlap.
That's funny.
Right, well, we're gonna continue with Mod then. Okay, he's 2/10 down. I think he backed out.
He did. Literally everyone's coming into the pits and nobody's finishing a lap. Actually, Kiss My Ass is starting a lap now, so that's the only person on track.
Well, there is another House of Border and a McLaren of Echo, who's on an outlap. And Kiss My Ass getting a little slide there out of turn 3. But still marginally up on his time. Oh, very nearly loses the car into to that little S section. Very easy to do, but very well done to keep it pointing in the right direction as he's now coming on to the end of Sector 2. What's going to be a sector split? He's 5/10 down.
I just saw Mod has started a new lap, and there's a bunch of people coming out of the pit lane. As it is 2 minutes left of the session, they're going to be having a Mod is going to be having a butt ton of traffic if those cars do not speed up a little bit more. They're having a little bit of a kerfuffle in that second sector S's, so Mod's going to be trying to avoid people on his last hot lap.
Well, someone who's going to be doing that as well is Echo Alex, who's also just started his final lap. He's got 3 cars in front of him that I think are all on outlaps. So it's going to be interesting to see where he catches him. He's half a 10th up on his time right now after Sector 1.
Mod is a 10th and a half down. I'm just staying on board with him. He hasn't gotten too bad of traffic yet.
Echo Alex catching the traffic here into Sector 2, and this is not a nice place to catch traffic going into that double left-hander.
Mod is getting, what a slipstream from the McLaren, I think, of Process.
Yeah, Echo Alex lost a 10th and a half, being just a little bit held up. Not even held up, just distracted by the driver in front.
Mod comes into the pits.
And Echo Alex, is he gonna finish this lap? I think he kinda has to. But is he gonna improve on it? I don't think he is.
40 seconds left. Mod calls it a night.
No, and Echo Alex just gets the rear end loose out of the hairpin, and that's it, done. AK is now going through to start his final lap and perhaps challenge for pole after Echo Alex couldn't improve on his lap time.
I think Ketchen's next across the line. No, it's Punju. Punju just crossed the line.
Going 13th. Or has he just started the lap?
Yeah, he just started.
Okay. Well,
Border just went all the way up from P18 to P7, setting a 31.5. Next person crossing the line is going to be the Aston Martin of Gary. I didn't see his split time, but he's pushing it on the last corner. He's going to come across the line, do a 32.1. Not enough. But CJT comes across the line 31.7, puts him P12.
I'm currently on board with AK going to the end of Sector 2. He's 3/10 up on his time. He's on for pole at the moment. Can he
Beast
keep
just
it
set up
together in the final sector?
Oh.
Beast just went P3 with an amazing lap, just edging out BK by 3,000ths of a second. But we are looking
Process!
at AK.
Process just went P12, did a 31.1! What a lap!
Well, that P2 is probably going to turn into P3 as AK gets the hairpin nicely. And tries to finish up the lap very nicely, but gets a little bit squirrely out of the exit, but it's still
There you go.
By
Still
23
pole.
hundredths of a second, a 31 flat. Echo
Whew.
Alex couldn't improve, AK could. And that's pole position for you. That's pole position for the Alpine driver, with Echo Alex joining him on the front row. And still, within the same 10th, Process in P3.
That's such a close grid for the P1 to 4. Wow.
Wow. Just wow. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. You want to do the honors of running him down, or you want me to?
You go ahead, since it's your first time
All
in T3
right.
here this season.
Well, the drivers getting pole position are Alpine and AK, setting a 31.0. Just behind them is Echo Alex in the McLaren, as well as Processor teammate BK in the Ferrari, going P4. Harry Stutton from P5 in Tier 3. Beast setting a P6 lap. Fatweed P7, Punju P8, MB Jacobson P9, Border in P10, Dana the Mac in P11, Henry in P12, Sharky in P13, Kiss My Axe and CJ in P14, 15, Sako and Ketchen in P16 and 17, KDM, and couldn't see the last two.
I was actually free within a 10th, Aaron. I don't know who Aaron is in our community, I'm not gonna lie. But it was free within a 10th, not within 1,000. That would have, if that was the case, that would have been absolutely insanity.
Looks like we have a dry race. A lot of people currently opting to have. There's a split strategy, mediums and harder being put on right now. We'll see how that comes across whenever they, whenever they do start the race. But looks like half the grid is on hards right now.
Yeah, and of course nobody going for that soft tire, because that's not the tire you want to be on in this race.
Nope, not at all. I'm going to see what's going on from the back of the grid, because I'm interested to see how those drivers are going to get forward. I have some high expectations for some of these drivers to keep going forward from where they qualified. I know a lot of great times are set there, but there's always been those where you can go faster and you feel like you're out of position. There's some daring overtakes, especially on lap 1.
Okay, quickly, before the race starts, podium prediction.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna put AK, obviously has to be up there. And I'll put Process on the podium as well. I don't know how he'll do.
Well, we've got 5 red lights right now, and we are on the way for the Chinese Grand Prix here in MRL.
Oh
AK
no!
gets a terrible start, moves off to the side, allowing McLaren 1-2 going into turn 1. Harry tries to go around the outside. There's a little bit of a swapper from the Ferrari.
Oh!
And Harry
AK.
makes it through.
AK just got past 2 people going side by side with Beast right now, trying to recover some of those positions that he lost from my curse on his start. Oh my god, Beast goes deep, makes it 3 wide with BK.
What a move! Oh, and the Ferrari, BK and AK getting together.
Oh, that's unfortunate for them too. They have been relegated to the back of the grid, but further up the grid, going up from last is Ketchen, Maud, and Gary going side by side through the S's. That is not a place you want to be side by side with, as actually there's still a side by side battle with Kiss My Axe and KDM further up ahead. What a start from AK. Unfortunate.
Yeah, CJ and Kiss My Axe still going side by side here on the bank turn.
Border has spun it out of the bank turn. He's going to be going down to P20 now,
Oh, yeah,
as everyone goes ahead and passes him.
Oh, this is gonna be chaos heading into the hairpin. It looks like it's almost... No, it is free wide. We are free wide going into the hairpin. Kiss My Axe manages to get out ahead. Stops it on the apex though, which gets...
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, Punju and AK. Oh no, that's Punju and... Who was it, Dan? I think that's Dan of the Mac.
It is.
Both Alpines are in the pits! What a disaster for Alpine's lap 1.
Well, you wanted to curse Alpine for this race because they were doing so well today, and well, you've got your wish.
Hey, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That's off the record. I never said that.
Well, two
Well,
teams who are doing very well right now are McLaren and Red Bull, a 1-2 and a 3-4 for the teams.
there are 3 teams. 3 teams in the top 10. McLaren, Red Bull, and Alfa Romeo. What is going on here? Let's see. Look at the position changes real quick.
Hold on, I'm here with a side-by-side battle with Maud and Ketchin. Maud diving it up the inside, trying to outbreak him here. Going into sector 3. Is Ketchin going to be able to hang it around the outside? He tries it to, gets his nose in there, gets the inside again. And now this is going to be a battle all the way down to the hairpin. It's going to be a big drag race, but Ketchin gets himself just ahead. But Maud now has that slipstream.
Ketchen is burning a lot of ERS. He's already down to 20%, but Maud is unaffected as he gets passed by Gary. Maud goes deep on the brakes, passes Gary again, but through the corner, they give each other a little bit of a tap, and they're going side by side. Still through the last corner, Maud comes out ahead of Gary, but Gary has so much more speed coming out of the corner. He's burning the ERS, and he's trying to hold the outside. Is he going to be able to hold it through turn 1? Yes, he does. Maud backs out, but he's still there. He's still trying to go up that inside, and he taps him, I think. I think they made a little bit of contact, and Gary spun into turn 2. Oh, man.
That sure looked like there was a little bit of contact involved in there.
Oh no.
As I'll get the tires up on screen.
I want you to see these position changes real quick. Sako is up 10 positions.
What a start.
KDM is up 9.
What a
Wow.
start for both the Ferrari driver and the AlphaTauri driver. Maybe he's the one to break the AlphaTauri curse this season.
Maybe he is. KDM has always been fast in this year, and he's a pretty scary one. As Punju said in that draft night, he's sticking with the guys in front. He's actually 3/10 within the Alfa Romeo Sharky. He's trying to split them up. He's going to be going on the inside here for the hairpin corner. Is he going to make it stick? Yes, he does. He's in front before the corner. And he keeps him from doing the switchback. What a move from KDM. And now he's going to be looking at MB Jacobson, the other Alfa Romeo, to try to get in front of him. His pace is rapid.
Yeah, well, we've also got Ketchen and...
Oh, no. Further up front, we got Beast moved in front of both Red Bull drivers, and they're really fighting. Fatweed and Harry are just going side by side through the first 2 corners. I think there must have been a mistake from one of the Red Bull drivers there.
Yeah, because Beast was not close enough to make a move, and now he's all of a sudden up into the podium. So I don't know what happened with the Red Bulls, but they've costed each other so much time.
Now, Harry being the lead driver from Tier 4, Fatweed being the Tier 3 driver, he's not going to be too happy that his lower tier teammate is in front of him, but he's pulling away. Harry is pulling back the gap to Beast, and he's actually within DRS now. So he's going to be pulling his teammate closer and closer to Beast, which is going to help out Fatweed in the end of it, because they're going to be going past him. Maybe not this lap, but definitely in a couple of laps' time. As if you see here, Fatweed is on about 30%, Harry's on about 60%, and Fatweed has no ERS.
Well, KDM is going for another move. He dives it up the inside of MB Jacobson and gets that move done relatively easily. Moves himself up into 7th place. And he's having an amazing race right now.
Gotta move further. Oh no! Henry had spun, and there's another spinner. I think that's catching. It's just spun at the exit of the hairpin, and we have Kiss My Axe coming to the pits. He was going side by side with Mod, and he comes into the pits. I think he has front wing damage.
Well, we're gonna find out in a second. As Kiss My Axe is tumbling down the pit lane.
He does. He has front wing damage.
He does.
Oh my god. Was there contact before of what I could see? I didn't see any contact through the corners.
I wasn't on board with them, so I have genuinely no idea. I am currently on board with KDM, who is indeed looking very rapid on those hard tires and catching Thaco like Thaco relatively easily within half a second already. Can he pull another move on the straight here?
Well, he's also pulling the Alfa Romeos behind him, so this is technically helping the Alfa Romeos, just pulling further and further up the road, as now the DRS has been open for 2 laps. He's turning on the DRS. He's gonna go down the inside for the hairpin corner, and he makes it stick before the corner even started.
That's 2 easy moves for KDM in 2 laps, moving himself up into 6th place, gaining 12 positions since the start of this race in just 6 laps.
Nuts. Average of 2 positions per lap, even though it's not really how that worked out, but wow, what a start KDM has had for the Alpha Tauri team.
Yeah, but Thaco is trying to fight back though. He's really pushing to stay with him because he doesn't want to give this up, but KDM just drives away from him like it's nobody's business.
Look at the tires real quick. The top 3 are on mediums, 4, 5, and 6 are on hards, and then Saku's on mediums with MB Jacobson. So the medium tires are already losing out to KDM's hards because he's pulling away. Saku is losing a little bit of time each corner because KDM is just faster through these corners. He's already down to 1.8 on the gap to Fatweed in front, and if he can catch that gap, actually he may be able to catch if Fatweed doesn't get DRS here. He's going to be in a very good position to pass Fatweed in the next couple of laps before his tires burn out, and then even Harry, who's not too far in front of Fatweed.
Well, we said that you don't really want to be on the soft tires, but Kiss My Axe said, well, I do. And he went onto the soft tires after his wing change.
Well, when you get damage, it's kind of just survive after. Maybe going to the hards wouldn't have gone too well because you can't make it to the end on the hards. But yeah, that is an interesting strategy. We'll see what he's planning to do with the soft and then probably mediums afterwards. Harry's actually all over the back of Beast, and the McLarens have actually bolted from Beast. They're 3 seconds up the 2.5 seconds up the road from Beast, and then 3.7 Echo Alex is from his teammates. So Echo Alex is running away with this lead right now.
Yeah, and KDM is slowly starting to catch that gap. He's already 1.4 behind. He's caught him by 4/10 already this lap. Kiss My Axe does set the fastest lap at the Grand Prix, which is to be expected on those soft tires. but they will die
Sako
out
is
very
struggling.
quickly. We've got a spinner in the back that looks like it might have been Mod. I think he just lost the position after going a little bit wide.
Sako is really struggling in that middle sector for traction. He is going really squirrely, just not losing the car, but losing the rear end just a little bit. And he's still got more than enough time to the car behind where he's not going to lose the position, but
Ooh, Harry
man.
thought about a dive up the inside of Beast, but just backs out of it. And Harry, very, very close to Beast now, right under his gearbox. Can he take the podium position next lap? Or perhaps even into turn 1. Opens the DRS, gets closer and closer and closer, but it's just too far back. And, well, you can definitely see the hearts coming into play, because Harry is just very easily sticking with Beast at the moment. Placing the car wherever he wants, and it looks like Beast is struggling quite a bit.
It's not just Beast. All the medium runners are now struggling for pace. Sako, the next medium runner behind Beast, is losing the rear every corner.
Yeah, it's not about if Harry can get this move done, but rather when. As well, he doesn't really want to go out too wide as he did there. Having a little bit of a snapper coming out of the double left-hander, which puts him back just a couple of tenths. And that gives Beast another lap in P3.
You know what? These guys are all on about the same. The top 4 are all about 50 to 60% ERS, and then there's Fatweed on 10%. And you know who caught up to Fatweed?
KDM.
And he's also on about 20% after using a little bit. And actually, you can see Fatweed's blinking as KDM goes around the outside. They both hit the brakes at about the same time. KDM tried to make the move. He's still around the outside. Now he's going to turn into the inside, but he lets the position go.
Yeah, smart move, not trying to fight that one into that corner, because 2 in there doesn't go. And
I think he's going to try it again. No, he's not. Oh.
But yeah, you can just see KDM able to place the
There
car
you
where
go.
he wants, and there he goes down the inside, turns into the outside, wants to get the inside for this next braking zone.
Oh, I think. Oh, I thought Fatweed went wide there. I thought he braked a little late. Ooh.
And this is Fatweed holding on for dear life against a very, very fast KDM. And it's actually amazing that the pace. Oh, there goes Fatweed off the track, allowing KDM to go through.
Now KDM moves into P5, splitting the 2 Red Bull drivers. He's going to be trying to chase after the other Red Bull driver of Harry Stutton, but is he going to have enough tires to chase that? It is 4.5 seconds, to be fair. Fatweed has lost another position. He's just all over the place. I don't think those hard tires are doing him too good. There you go. And even Sharky's trying to catch back up to see if he can dive something down the inside.
Yeah, CJ was also looking very, very aggressive there. As
there he goes.
Fatweed not having the best lap.
He comes into the pits.
Yeah, he went from 5th to 10th in 1 lap.
Is he changing his tires? Maybe he has some front wing damage. No, Fatweed retires.
Oh, that is. I'm sorry, Fatweed. I understand you're frustrated, but lap 10 is way too early to be retiring from a race. Manually.
Yeah, that's a little bit too preemptive in my opinion, but I still see that his frustration is pretty fair.
I get the frustration. I was also very frustrated after losing my wing on the safety car.
Ark in the chat said rear wing damage, maybe? Could be.
But when? That's the question. Well, probably when these two had a little mistake tangle, which allowed Beast to get into P3. Maybe that's when he got the rear wing damage.
Maybe. I really don't know. To get rear wing damage is pretty hard. You'd have to either get shunted or hit a wall. It's actually, he came out onto the track all the way through turn 3 and then the car retired. It's a interesting spot for the AI to choose. Man, what happened? Anyways, back to the other Red Bull driver of Harry Stutton. He's actually pulling away to KDM. He's gone about 3/10 further from KDM, and Harry's just getting pulled further and further up the road by Beast.
Man, actually looks to have the pace on Beast as well, so we might be seeing a move very shortly for the last podium spot.
Yeah, the front two spots are kind of locked out at this point, as the McLarens are a little bit further up the road. You can actually see them from Beast, but 2.5 seconds is going to be hard to get on the same tires, and 5 seconds is definitely going to be hard, as Echo Alex is showing his pure pace.
Yeah, we also have a nice little battle from 6th all the way down to 9th. A nice little DRS train. But it looks like these guys are just holding station for the moment, pulling each other along.
Chosen Toby in the chat said, "Have y'all ever met Fatweed?" Well, not really, but I guess we see we see.
Sandman also says there wasn't any contact between Harry and Fatweed. It was just going side by side into the hairpin and lost time as Harry goes up the inside of Beast.
Oh,
I don't.
that was close.
I didn't completely see what happened there because of the off-board cam, but it looked like he had the move done and then he didn't.
He pulled out of the corner. I'm just riding on board with Harry, and he pulled out of the corner as soon as I switched on to him. He's going around the outside now. He's feeling really brave. Is he going to try the switchback? He peeked at it, but he had to just pull out. Think about the smart, longer game. Actually, a little bit further back, we have a Ferrari. Sacco getting in the sandwich of the Alphas. He's struggling, to say the least. Sharky on the newer tires at this point is not closing up as much as I think he would like.
Yeah, Sacco lost the position to MB Jacobson because he was ahead of him.
Right.
So this might actually give Sharky a very good chance at a move, as he also has CJ sniffing his gearbox.
We have an explanation from Fatweed in the chat. He goes, I could not get my tires under temp. They were on 108 and could not cool down. F an esports setup.
Well, moral of the story, don't use an esports setup.
Moral of the story, don't quit out too early, because there's still 18 laps to go.
And
he could have just gone on new. Yeah, exactly. As actually, Sacco has no battery. Sacco is on 5% battery, and Sharky's about 30%, 40%, something like that. Yeah, so
Beast pits.
Beast goes into the pits, off of the medium tires. Now Harry is released. Let's see what he's going to be able to do to catch that gap to the McLarens up front. Just remember, Harry's a tier 4 driver, guys.
Yeah, Harry's doing a phenomenal job here in P3 at the moment. On pure pace as well.
CJ behind Sharky's also really close. Looks like these guys are just really, really struggling on these medium tires. Yeah, these mediums do not seem to be holding up here.
And B. Jacobson got a little bit squirrely going through this banked right-hander, allowing Sacco to get the run on him. Sacco moves to the inside, opens the DRS, and even without ERS, he's gonna be clean passed. And into P5 after Beast made his pit stop. As Process
It looks like
also pits from P2.
it looked like actually Harry was catching Process, as Kayla pointed out in the chat. Harry was catching Process. I think he caught him by about half a second that lap. So it looks like that he's having some great pace on those medium tires. Let's see what KDM's able to do now that he's now that Harry's not really chasing anyone. He's just going as fast as he can to until his pit stop.
Yeah, and Beast really closed up to Process. Their gap only 1.2 seconds as Process exits the pits. So the undercut working really well for Beast at the moment.
I don't think tire warm-up is such a big factor in this because the tires warm up so quickly with these S's and the first two corners just giving so much heat into the tires. But Process is still on the newer tires and on slightly colder tires, so he's going to have less grip. And actually, Beast is closed up to 9/10, just about in that second window. Is he going to be able to get DRS here? He's burning a little bit of battery. Let's see. Into the DRS detection point. Process goes a little deep, and I think he's just out of it. No, he's not. Just closed up.
Well, it's either a second or 8/10 because it switched right as they crossed.
Let's see. I think he does have it. Yes, he does. Beast has the DRS, and he's going to be zooming at this point.
And both Harry and Echo pit from 1 and 2.
KDM inherits the lead of the race, staying for the overcut. He's going to try to get a little bit either lucky with the safety car or a little bit more tires at the end of the race, as those mediums did seem like they were dying for the first part of it.
And
Looks like Echo Alex.
Beast jumps Harry again in the pits.
Oh, that's not going to be happy for Harry, but Beast is on the back of Process now at 2/10. Echo Alex still 5 seconds up the road. He's going to inherit the net race lead, but that's going to be in a little minute from now. MB Jacobson still out on the medium tires.
I was literally just about to point that out. He's still on the medium tires, 14 laps old, and he's sticking with his teammate.
Yeah, he's just getting pulled further and further up the road. I think when they pit, he's going to have the alternate strategy, and he's going to try to get pulled by his teammate some more, as they did the switcheroo to have MB Jacobson just gain time with the DRS, but as you see, he just doesn't have the same grip that those hards have anymore.
And as he's now dropped outside that 1 second, and then dropped back
He still
in.
has DRS. That's why. He just doesn't have the traction anymore.
Oh, Beast is closing up on Process. Is he gonna go for a move? He's gonna take it to the outside. Process breaks late. Beast tries to hang it around the outside. Is there enough room? Just. But he has to sit behind.
KDM goes into the pits. He's not going to be getting that undercut on the two people in front of him, Sharky and MB Jacobson. Is KDM going to come out in front of the... No, I was going to say in front of the Mercedes, but the Mercedes pits. Henry goes into the pits as KDM comes out of the pits in front of the Ferrari, but behind Sacco and CJ on 2 laps of an undercut. Yeah. Mod is still out on the same tires, though.
Yeah, as is Sharky and MB Jacobson. Currently a 1-2 for Alfa Romeo, so Jim will be saying stop the count at this moment.
I love how you're just getting all the references that we put down. That's lovely. Well, look at Echo Alex. He's already on the back of the Alphas.
And I'm not surprised with the way those tires are looking.
No, not at all. Those tires are not feeling... Look at this traction that Echo Alex has. He literally had to lift out of the corner to not hit MB Jacobson. Smart, but still, he's getting held up here by this Alfa Romeo. He's clean passed well before the braking zone. Now he's going to be chasing the other Alfa Romeo. Doesn't he? It's not even a competition. He just gained 3/10 under braking. I think they're coming in now. Yep, there's the first Alpha. What? MB Jacobson is out still. He's surely risking a puncture, no?
I think he's gonna try. Oh my god!
No. What happened?
There's been a calamity at just before the right-hander. The banked one was big back then, spinning after perhaps a little bit of contact. I did not see from the off-board cam.
I'm actually seeing right now CJT getting past Mod with his newer tires. Mod is struggling as Sokka's basically pushing him through the second corner. Ooh, this is tight stuff from the AlphaTauri and Ferrari drivers. And Sokka is going to go around the outside of this corner. He has the grip. He's going around the outside. And he gets the room from Mod, our
what move, beautiful
stewarding director. Leaves him more than enough room. Great move from Sokka.
And
Look further behind. Yeah. Oh, I think this is going to be a team order here to just let your teammate by. No, Mod is staying in front for now.
Yeah, Mod held him up.
Oh, there it is. No? Okay, there. There you go. Alright, well,
Beast
now...
is gaining on Process. Did be a move. Process defends the inside very aggressively. But Beast almost gets him on the braking, and just chops in front to take P3 at the moment. But that will turn into the net P2 as MB Jacobson finally decides to pit.
Yeah, that's been well overdue, to say the least. Now, the race lead has been neutralized. Echo Alex is 5 seconds ahead of Beast, who is on older tires, so Echo Alex is probably going to start pulling away from Beast here. Process is going to try to hold up Beast as much as possible, maybe fight him, just so Echo Alex has a little bit more breathing room. But Process is going to try to stay within Beast DRS, so Harry doesn't gain any more time on the newer tires. This is calamity.
And as I said, MB Jacobson held it out up until the softs. He's now going on the softs, as does Mod as he pits. And after letting KDM through, KDM got ahead of Sako.
I didn't even realize that Sako was that far. Wow, okay. KDM on the freshest tire was in the top 10, other than Sharky. But Sharky is 9th. 3 positions back and at least 5 seconds, sorry, from KDM, so he's gonna have a lot to catch up.
He's pushing BK through the corners though, I'll tell you that much. He's really feeling it on these new mediums.
BK's on 10% ERS, so he's probably gonna get him here. I think Sharky and BK may work a little bit to close up the gap to Sako, as they're not gonna try to burn too much ERS here. Yeah,
it's gonna be an easy move.
BK just kind of lets it happen, not surprising. It's actually KDM and CJ. CJ got past KDM here.
No, KDM caught up to CJ.
Was it? Because they were just defending. I thought KDM was in front. Maybe I'm just blind.
I think you need to get a pair of glasses, mate.
I think I do. Can't see breaking points. Oh, CJ getting a little squirrely.
Yeah, that's allowing KDM to get a good run here. He's choosing the outside though. Does he have the braking performance or the switchback? Nope, he's got neither.
He tried, but CJ did a wonderful job just stopping it basically on the apex to prevent that switchback. KDM could not find a way to cross him over. Yeah, great move from him.
And if we look a little bit ahead to Harry, he's now caught up to Process and Beast. So if it all goes his way, he could still be on for P2 here.
Easily.
He has the fresher tire, he has the grippier tires that will die off towards the end. but they're fresher at the moment, and the two ahead are battling quite heavily. As Process tries to outbreak Beast. Beast lets it happen. Doesn't want to lose too much time. Maybe looking for a switchback. No, he just stays behind him for the moment.
KDM getting CJ on the DRS. CJ not having too much of a battle there because he had the DRS. CJ did not. But now he's going to have the DRS the other way around. And I guess he's going to try to stick with him for as long as possible. He does have the newer tires, so KDM is going to be rapid on these.
Yeah, and Beast and Process are just fighting with the knife between the teeth at the moment for this P2, which is just allowing Harry to just sit back, enjoy this little battle, and pick him up when he needs to. As Punjo pulls it into the pits on 7 lap all hard.
He hasn't retired, so that is a good sign. I think he's going on to softs, trying to steal the fastest lap. Yes, he does.
Let's see who has the fastest lap at the moment. That would be Kiss My Ex with a 33.7.
I'm pretty sure he had that early on the race when he pitted onto the softs. And
I believe so as well.
yeah, he's doing pretty decently right now. Kiss My Ex is up to 14th from last after his early pit stop. So it's all working out for him. He's going to end the race on those tires. Someone who might not end the race on those tires is Border. Border's in 11th position right now on 10-lap-old mediums.
I will be very surprised if he makes it to the end.
That's puncture territory.
That is, yeah.
Mod right behind Border in just about 8 seconds on new tires, so it's gonna be interesting as Kiss My Axe actually made a move on Henry down the straight. They're still going side by side, AK and Kiss My Axe. Oh man, that's close. A little bit of contact coming out of the corner, but everyone is pointing in a straight line. AK still blinking. Our pole sitter not had the best start or middle of his race so far, as he's actually gets passed by Kiss My Axe one more time. And they're still side by side. AK sent it down the inside of turn 2. Is he going to have the speed around the outside of turn 3? He does. He keeps it.
Wow, what a move. But I'm thinking Kiss My Axe is going to send it back down the inside if he gets the opportunity. He tries to, but he's just being blocked by AK. That's great defending.
Very good defending from these two.
I've got to say, I'm surprised Harry hasn't been closer to Beast on those medium tires. Are those mediums already going off after just 6 laps?
I don't know. I don't think they'd be going off that quickly, but they are reaching the 20%, so he might be hitting that cliff right about now. And actually, that could be proven by Harry and KDM. KDM has gotten so far back now, 9 seconds from Harry, so I think he's out of contention for P4 unless something major happens, as there's a little bit of a weave on the straight from Kiss My Axe. Trying to defend from Henry. I'm just watching this on board right now.
Yeah, and Beast just had to get out of the way there to avoid hitting the back of Process, which allows Harry to try and send it up the inside there. That's not a place you want to do a move, but Harry thought about it, but in the end, just sticks behind.
That's a smarter move, to be honest. Beast is just barely losing out on Process ahead. If Beast does not get this DRS, he is going to get past. So this is crucial for Harry. Beast hasn't gotten the DRS. This is crucial for Harry now. He's probably going to dump a little bit of ERS as Beast was doing. He's not. He's just letting it go.
Oh, he was
This is
7/10 back, so that would have been too far for a move, I think.
Oof.
As it looks like Beast is just struggling at the moment. Trying to find his bearings again.
Maybe those hards as well have hit their 25% drop off. 9 laps in, it does make sense. As we have chat saying, yes, Henry, fight him.
Well, I want him to fight him as well. I wanna have a little battle for the podium. Preferably a last lap overtake dive bomb down into the hairpin. That would be perfect.
That would be insane.
Just imagine if Harry, a tier 4 driver, gets a podium by dive bombing Beast on the last lap, making it clean as well, so there's no discussion about penalties and whatsoever. Just a clean dive bomb. Very nicely. As Border X-Men sets the new fastest lap of the race with a 33.5. But how good would that be? A tier 4 driver getting a podium in tier 3 on the last lap.
It would only really confirm what I said in the draft. Harry's not a tier 4 driver. Punju steals the fastest lap with a 33.3. And yeah, I've always said this. Harry's not a tier 4 driver. He belongs in tier 3. He started at the back and I think died in tier 4, but that's because he had a quali ban. And even then, he still recovered pretty decently and showed a lot of pace. And now he's showing a lot of pace in tier 3, almost fighting, well, basically fighting, but almost taking the podium before the last laps.
Yeah, well, Giants fan says his racecraft is tier 6.
Yeah, I agree. Can't doubt that one. Alright, let me...
As Process, I think, has made a mistake because Beast is right back on the gearbox of Process, or within a second, I should say. And this is gonna be a battle for in these last 5 laps. This is gonna be amazing to watch. So grab your popcorn, grab your chips or whatever you want to eat. This is it. AK gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but he retires anyway, so it doesn't matter.
AK not having a great race. He had a great qualifying, putting in a stonking lap there at the end, but unfortunately that start and the rest of the race just hasn't gone his way. And as you can see, he's now pulling out of the pits. He's coming out in front of Gary and Dana the Mac. Is he gonna hold him up? There's the slow car. Gary goes to the inside, and actually Dana the Mac, his teammate.
I said Harry tries to dive bomb, and does he make it stick? He's side by side and they touch.
Harry's out. This is a full safety car. Full safety car after the McLaren's pass. This is either graced KDM a podium. No, this has graced KDM a podium because Beast has no front wing. Sharky's probably going to come into the pits as well, and this is going to be horrible for the McLarens as they did catch up to the safety car. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They didn't. Echo Alex gets out ahead of the safety car. Okay, they didn't get screwed too much, but they still got screwed. This is horrible for the McLarens. What? This is going to be the last 2-lap shootout.
Yeah, and Beast still ahead of KDM though. I think both of them had a win change.
He must have. Well, Beast was a little bit ahead. He was like 8 seconds ahead, I want to say. But still, this has brought everyone who is behind them.
After contact, a spin, and a wing change.
True.
You'd expect KDM to be ahead if there wasn't a wing change for KDM, so...
Man. CJ and Sharky have both come out ahead of the safety car. If you were the McLarens here, would you pit?
No.
You have to pit here. In my opinion, you have to.
I would not pit because you have Sharky behind you, 8-lap old mediums, CJ behind him, also on old mediums. They are
Look at the gap, though.
Yeah, but they are gonna bunch up and hold up the people behind them because
Nah.
because Sharky is gonna fight for this podium.
I think this is a free pit stop. Echo Alex comes into the pits. They are Echo Alex and Process are
I wasn't paying
17
attention to the
seconds
gap.
ahead of Sharky.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention to the gap yet.
They are way too far to even care about the P2.
Even
I think,
Sharky might still get a pole, might still come out in P3 if he picks.
yeah. Well, yeah.
He does. Gap is 15 seconds. You lose around
20?
on the safety car.
25?
I think it is 15 on the safety car. As we see Beast just having the slam on the brakes for the Delta.
Let's see where they're gonna come out.
Gonna come out ahead of CJ and Sharky here.
He does.
He does.
Okay. And actually, KDM also comes out ahead. I think they're going to be pretty close. No, KDM's ahead. KDM is back into this podium fight with Beast.
I thought you were gonna say podium position, so I was ready to correct you there.
No. Podium fight. Mod has a drive-through!
Well, he's outside the points anyway, so...
Yeah, but still. Not good. Not good at all. Henry actually passed Mod passed Henry briefly there, but with his drive-through, he's going to go to the back of the grid. Unfortunate for him, as everyone's going to start catching the safety car now. Echo Alex is probably just going to run away with this win, in my opinion.
Yeah. By the way, that needs to become a short. Me saying that Harry needs to dive bomb and then him doing it completely wrong.
And then he just does that.
I mean, he did listen to me. He
did, just not the right type of listening.
No. Because I told him to keep it clean, and that's not what he did. How is McLaren 1-2? Just great strategy and great racing from both of them.
Yeah, great pace from them. Alright, I really feel bad to tell you this, but I'm gonna have to leave here soon. Oh, I want to watch the rest of this race. It's 2 laps. I think I can make it. I think I can make it to the end.
Oh, you're gonna have to. I mean, who would want to miss this? Who would want to miss this? Echo Alex, 2-lap sprint. Echo Alex is gone. He's bolted. Very early.
Beast is right on the back of Process. He did not get slumped at all. KDM just a little bit further behind, but Beast is within 2/10 of the next car.
And imagine if Beast now gets
Oh my god!
again! Oh, but he keeps it! And there's another bit of contact. And now KDM is looking down the inside. And somehow they're all still in the same position, pointing in the same direction. This is absolute insanity here.
Mod went into the pits, but it did not serve his drive-through. Unfortunate for him, but Echo Alex is already a second 0.4 ahead. He has basically secured this win here. He has to just keep it for 2 more laps, but Process is very, very pressured right now by both Beast and KDM. They are trying to get that 2nd place and maybe even 3rd. Oh. Just watching it from KDM's perspective is so scary. Got on the curb, lost a little bit of time. Is there a point to not...
There might be a move a little bit further down. CJ might be getting a run. No, it doesn't look like it. He's got the straight.
Is there a point to not burn all of your ERS here? There's only 1 lap left. So it's going to be tight.
For the last lap.
Well, everyone's about 50% right now. They've all drained their batteries. Echo Alex is at 32.6!
Oh my god. That's actually insanely quick. As we head on to the last lap, we've got Beast fighting Process for P2. An opportunity which he probably didn't think he would get in this race.
Not before that safety car, no.
Oh, as he does a little dummy, and oh, he looks the rears! He looks the rears, and he throws away the podium. KDM is up into 3rd place, and Beast moves down all the way down to 7th place.
Almost 8th here, as MB Jacobson is a 10th and a half behind Beast. He's gonna try something to get in this 7th position, trying to take advantage of Beast's horrible mistake there at the hairpin. All right, well, I will look further back for you, but it doesn't look like there's going to be much here, other than maybe a move from Kiss My Axe and Henry. Looks like Kiss My Axe is going around border.
About a move.
They're going
oh my god, they're going almost
going 3 wide. As Echo Alex comes across the line to win the
Process
tier
gets 2nd,
3.
KDM gets on the podium, Sharky gets 4th, CJ gets 5th, BK 6th, Beast in 7th after losing out on the podium on the last lap of the race. MB Jacobson in 8th, Sarko in 9th, and Kiss My Ex rounding out the top 10.
That is one hell of a last lap change up for the podium positions. I am gonna have to leave you, unfortunately. I'm so glad I was able to watch that. Enjoy your interviews.
I said you wanted to stay, and I was right.
Yeah, damn right you were. Alright, you guys have a wonderful rest of y'all's day. Make sure to watch Tier 2.
Yeah, good luck in Tier 2.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, now let's get these drivers in for an interview, because what an end of that race that was. I'm thinking I have to start with KDM. I think I have to start KDM. Yeah, from 18th on the grid to a podium on the last lap. What a drive. I want to get him in as soon as possible. Okay, let me add the drivers real quick. But holy moly, what a race that was. Oh my god, let's see if there's already somebody in the interview room, waiting room. Nope, there's not. Okay, just hold on guys, we are waiting for people to join the interview room. Oh, well, okay, apparently you can just join on your own. That's also fine. Welcome in process. Our P2 finisher. Hello, is he there?
Hey, I can hear you now.
Okay, welcome in our P2 finisher. Talk me through that race because that was insanity.
That was a one of the most intense races I've had in MRL in a while. It was I was a little calm for me at the beginning, but Beast was him and I forget who else was behind him. One of the Red Bulls. They were fighting and they kind of gave me some breathing room, and then in the second stint they kind of caught up to me a little bit, and it turned into a three-way fight, and they had a little incident heading. I think it was the lap 24, and that kind of made it a little bit easier. And after the safety car restart, Beast was there again, sneaking his nose in, trying to get ahead. So it was a really tough, challenging race, but happy with P2, happy with the 1-2 for McLaren.
Yeah, you boys did that amazingly. You executed that race to perfection. Tell me, what was it like having Beast just breathing down your neck in those last couple of laps after being so far ahead of him before the safety car?
Yeah. I had a feeling he was a little bit quicker than that first stint. I knew he had the Red Bull right behind him, so I figured if he could break that DRS on the Red Bull, I'd be in for a little bit of a fight. And sure enough, he did. And after the first stint, the Red Bull kind of tagged in too, so it was really tough. And he got past me at one point, and I think I got back a couple laps later. It was just a very intense fight. It was a shame that he spun out on that last lap and cost himself the P3. But yeah, credit to him for a really tough race.
Okay, well, congratulations on the P2 and on the 1-2 finish for McLaren. I'm gonna let you go and enjoy this 1-2. And
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
yeah, see you next week.
See ya.
Right, okay. We've got KDM in the waiting room for the interview. I'm gonna give you guys what you want and what I want, to be honest, because I want to hear from this man how he Okay, I've lost my brain, so I'm just gonna get him in. There we go, there we go. He is in, our P3 finisher, KDM. How are you feeling right now?
Great. I think I had one of the best drives I've had in a while, starting from that far back. And I knew I had some pace. I knew I had pace. My quality was just really, really bad, but did not expect a P3 for sure. Did not expect that.
Yeah, talk me through the race because you went from P18 to a podium. How did you manage that?
Yeah, I think honestly, I also got one of the best first laps of my life. I think from P18 after the first lap, I was maybe P10 or somewhere around there, and I knew I had pace. I knew I had pace, and once I started realizing I was slowly catching the people up in front, I knew I just had to go as hard as I can the whole time. I was hoping on no safety cars. That last one was perfectly fine with me because at that point, first even for 2 laps, I think it was. So just I knew I had the pace at that one point. Just had to just take it the whole race. Unfortunately, somehow, with a couple of errors from other drivers, a couple of mistakes, a couple of incidents, was
Mm-hmm.
able to keep it clean and brought it home.
And talk me through those last 2 laps, and especially that last lap, getting that podium after Beast bins it. What was the reaction like? What was how was it?
Yeah, so I saw right after the first lap after the safety car came in, I saw they were getting really close and they even had some contact, if I'm not mistaken, on turn one. So I wanted to stay a little bit back and just I was hoping for something like that to happen, for them to have contact, for both of them to go out, something to happen. And it did happen. Like I said, I thought I saw it coming. Obviously I knew people were going to be really, really aggressive coming off the safety car, so stayed a little bit back and just waited for my moment. I think if I would have been a bit closer to them, I would have probably even ran into the back of Beast. So thankfully, I saw what was happening and just decided to stay calm and just go from there.
Yeah, because it looked like Beast was trying to sell a dummy to process and then locked up his rears in doing so, and that just gave you just the podium walking right through. Easy peasy lemon squeezy from P18
Yes,
on the
sir.
grid. What
Yes,
a
sir.
drive. Honestly, best
Thank you,
drives
thank
I've
you.
seen in my entire MRL commentating career.
Ooh, damn, that means a lot. That means a lot. It's one of the best drives I've had, I think, period in general. I'm just did not expect it, but happily I was able to pull something off.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you enjoy this one because you deserve to. And yeah, just enjoy your night, brother.
Appreciate it. Likewise, enjoy your night too.
Thank you, my man. Right. There we. Oh no, that was the wrong one. I'm sorry. I still need to do my sign off. But there we go. That's been it for tier 3. Absolute insanity here at the last 2 laps. KDM coming from 18th on the grid to getting a podium on the last lap. That is tier 3 MRL for you. Join back next week for, I forgot what track it is, but it's gonna be insanity nonetheless. I've been Dutchy. Next to me has been D-Master, not Tilla. You're getting pulled here. So I'll see you next week.